Hey everybody, Quinn here from the Armory 33 podcast. Thank you to each and every single one of our amazing fans that have helped us achieve the milestone of over 2,000 views worldwide. When I started this show a year and a half ago, 2,000 is a number I thought I would never accomplish or reach. So for that, I am truly grateful to my co-host, Shane, Paige, Tristan, and Tanner. Thank you for your energy on filming days, for the great ideas, for making this fun. I appreciate each of you. To our families, thank you for understanding all the time constraints, all the processes that we have to go through week in and week out to put on a show. We appreciate each and every single one of you. Lastly, I'm going to thank my lovely wife, Nicole, for everything. You are the backbone. Thank you for listening to me rant about episodes, guest hosts, ideas. You are always there. I love you. Thank you, everybody. The five of us are a family. Thank you all. I know I speak for everybody here, but thank you. And here's many more. Next one's 5,000. Let's go. Hey, that button worked. Glad you came festive today.
Always festive.
Welcome to the Armory 33 podcast. Quinn and Shane, the dynamic duo.
Mm-hmm. It's funny he's mentioned that.
Yeah. I was trying to think of other dynamic. Michael, Jordan, Pippen, Shaq, Kobe, peanut butter jelly.
Chocolate peanut butter?
Chocolate peanut butter?
No.
I was like, I had to think of Reese's peanut butter cups. Batman and Robin are back today.
Yeah.
See, this is a Batman only episode. We have the Pittsburgh black and yellow in the background for one movie. I still consider Pittsburgh Gotham City.
Where the stadium was.
Heinz Ward was in that movie.
He was?
I think Boswell was too. Great times. But no, we are talking about one of the only superheroes that don't have a superpower.
Depends on how you look at it.
I mean,
He is the world's greatest detective. His
Yeah.
superpower is deducing. He's like Sherlock Holmes for the modern age.
that's the one person who has not played Batman. Was RDJ.
Don't speak his name or they'll call him out.
How did he say it in his press conference? Different mask, same mission.
Yeah, he's
What does that mean?
Doom saves the world.
Enough of it. Marvel, we're going to talk about the other brand of comics today. Who
Brand you don't like.
I don't. Only Batman. That's the only superhero.
So
Others.
weird.
Yeah. Green Arrow. I'll take Green Arrow.
They're the same guy. Billionaire. Playboy.
Philanthropist.
So much philanthropist. The fancy word.
Yeah. That P word.
Green Arrow likes to green us around.
Motoring personalities.
He's known to have babies out of wedlock.
Bruce Wayne has children.
He has a child.
Yeah.
Damian Wayne.
I remember. See, I'm not that well versed in the knowledge of the lore of the Batman, but I think he's that one superhero that's every little kid's first. Back in our childhood,
No.
because we didn't have the Marvel movies we have nowadays.
We still had Spider-Man the animated series out
That's
at the
true.
same time.
X-Men, the OGs.
X-Men, yeah. For people our age, you went to Batman, X-Men, or Spider-Man. Very few were in between. I had a Batman thing. I
You
used to
like
rent-
black and yellow?
It was black and gray because I watched Returns for years.
I just took notice of your shirt. Was one of the things I had in my notes. That was one of the first times Batman in Detective Comics.
Detective Comics 27, 1939, first appearance.
He old.
Oh,
He's old. But
yeah.
because that just started off as the Detective Comics,
Detective Comics first.
and a spin-off became Batman.
Spin-off became Batman, and the Detective Comics became about Batman or Batman-related family, the Bat family.
Wayne Manor.
Wayne Manor mailbox, baby. 1939. It's 2024. That's the 80th anniversary.
We are 15 years away from the 100th anniversary. We never know what's going to happen. There was a shooting down the street from my work.
I'm wondering what does happen when it hits 100, because 100 years is when you lose trademarks and copyrights go away. That's why people are now mass producing Steamboat Willies, because it's no longer.
It's over the 100-year.
Yeah.
That's my favorite Mickey Mouse. I'm sorry, that's my favorite Mickey Mouse variant.
Disney's isn't working with the patent office to fix it, it's going to be a hard fight. If anyone can do it, it'll be the billionaires. But
No. What was your first? You're a couple years older than I am.
how old are you now?
33.
Oh, 3 years older than you.
Number of our podcast.
33.
Yeah. What was your first, besides watching Returns on black and white?
But it is mostly black and white. Batman Returns was where I got started. So that's why I always gravitate towards stories with Catwoman and the Penguin.
Selena Kyle.
Yeah.
We're going to play the Who Would You Rather game in a little bit when it comes to all the characters that have played all these iconic characters.
Yeah.
There's only one answer. We have to break up who played the best Batman into two variations.
Who's the best Bruce Wayne and who's the best Batman?
Yeah.
You can't be good at both.
I was thinking TV Batman versus movie Batman. TV can include all the animated series.
It's only Kevin Conroy, and then the whole conversation's over.
Just one and done. Wow. Spoiler alert.
I'm just saying.
But no, I think the first time where I grew up, there was an old movie theater that has since turned into a Rite Aid. The first movie I remember seeing there was
Batman Forever.
Yeah, my wife hates the most iconic song from that movie.
That's right.
If you know what I'm talking about, it is Kiss from a Rose. I remember the music video for it. I remember seeing Batman Forever in theaters.
I don't remember the
I'm already
dates.
on it. That was my first. I grew up watching the original Batman Returns with Michael Keaton.
95.
95, okay. I was 4.
Yep, you were.
That's how you raise a kid right.
My parents used to rent me Batman Returns from Blockbuster. That's when you know you're aging yourself, talking about renting from Blockbuster.
I used to have a West Coast Video.
The West Coast Video.
I think we grew up in the perfect time for Batman.
The perfect time for
Granted.
Batman Media?
Batman Media.
Batman Media, yes. The books over our timeline have been hit and miss.
In my lifetime, there's only one Batman movie older than me. Unless you're counting the 1966 Batman with Adam West. With Shrek Repellent.
Isn't Returns older than you?
How does that
Fair
make
enough.
you feel?
How does that make you feel? I was the 4-year-old getting it at Blockbuster.
You get to watch Return on Forever. It's fantastic. But I mean, we've talked about it, as you can tell.
And the one older than you?
So is my brother. 2 years. He has me by 2 years.
You mean 89? When you were born? Okay. Yeah.
It's 2, buddy.
He was just born.
It was September. When did that come
It
out?
might have came out before him.
June 23rd.
Yeah.
That
movie's older than your brother.
That movie had a budget of $48 million.
Yeah, do it. You
Oh,
go to a calculator.
No.
That's like 278
Yeah.
now,
Yeah. The box office for that came in at $411.6 million.
which is like $1.5 billion.
Yeah.
I think.
Crazy how everything changes. But
When you don't back your money by gold, you can make it imaginary numbers. That's a topic for another day.
yeah. We'll just.
Yeah, you want to get off that real fast?
I haven't watched any of the newer Batmans.
What do you mean?
The last Batman I remember seeing in theaters, I willingly went, was Dark Knight Rises. You know, when that came out, they ran a triple play.
All right, so it begins.
It begins. Rises. And I timed it perfectly because it started at 5 p.m. It didn't get over till
3 a.m.
I did quick little naps in the middle of the night. Batman versus Superman, no interest. Suicide Squad, no interest. Justice League, no interest. The Lego Batman movie, I actually did see the Lego Batman movie.
He was barely in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I know. I just had the list of movies Batman was in order, non-animated. The Lego Batman movie, I saw that. Joker, nope. The new Flash movie, nope. And I haven't seen, what is it?
The Batman.
The Batman
is
with a
really
vampire.
good.
A vampire plays Batman.
That is a good movie.
HBO. I might indulge in that one day, but you can't go wrong with Batman, especially when he has no powers. His power is just money. I wish I could have Batman money.
Yeah, or going back to Green Arrow money. They literally have the same money.
And they have a common thread, too.
That was more for the TV show. They stole one of Green Arrow's villains for the Caped Crusader.
That's a movie you keep asking if I watched.
Animated series.
You haven't watched it. How long are the episodes?
22 minutes.
I might be able to get it done in a day.
It's on Prime.
Is it on Prime?
It takes 3 hours.
We're going to speedrun.
Run it on a Saturday, on a Sunday.
Speaking of speedruns, has there ever been a good Batman video game?
What did you just say? Arkham Knight,
Oh,
Arkham Asylum, Batman.
For some reason, I forgot.
I've told you this for real. This is probably going to end up being a 2-part Batman thing.
Yeah.
We're going to have to come back and talk about Batman. I didn't even put video games on this list. I was getting through the stuff you knew first, for like regular media, movies, and TV shows.
I mean,
I was assuming you never played Arkham Asylum.
I forgot.
Batman Telltale. I'm sure you never played.
Yes, I have. That was the first game I think I 100%ed because there was no extra missions. You just had to complete the category.
Restarted that this morning. I have the Shadows edition. It's all in black and white and red, like film noir style. That's so pretty. And then I'm going to play through that. And then the second story.
I forgot about, Batman. I apologize.
Batman and Robin on the Super NES was really good.
Yeah.
Batman, the 89 movie.
I don't remember playing
Genesis, really
I
good.
remember that.
There's a lot of good Batman, buddy.
What's your favorite Batman game?
My wife thinks it's Telltale. I don't know.
Telltale is just one of those.
It's like a story.
It's an adventure game.
Yeah,
That's usually what a Telltale is.
The only reason she was saying that is because she's like, "How many times have you played this now?" And I'm like, "This is definitely in the tens."
Do we have to pull up
She knows
play history?
She knows for a fact I beat it through 4 times on PlayStation 4, once on Switch, and I'm playing through it for a second time on Xbox. So yeah, that's that I remember off the top of my head. So at least 10 to 12 times. Arkham, I've probably beat 12.
Asylum.
Arkham City, I've beat like 5. Arkham Knight, I've not gone back to yet.
Arkham Asylum. You're in the asylum now.
Smallest one.
Is that the one you go to Calendar Man every couple of days?
You can go to Calendar Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Solomon Grundy was born on Monday.
you fight Killer Croc in the basement of Arkham, jumping across platforms.
Yep.
Was that a hard one for you?
You said Killer Croc. It made me think back to when I beat Spider-Man 2 again. Between DC and Marvel, there's a lot of similar
Like names?
villain types.
Are you comparing Killer Croc to Lizard? I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
And
Yeah.
Batman to Tony Stark.
No.
Yes.
Batman's not an egotistical prick. Tony Stark is.
Batman's a prick.
Batman's just a prick.
We're going to leave ego out of this. I forgot the one word, ego.
His ego is the city. His mission in life is Gotham. When he's Bruce Wayne, he's talking about Gotham.
Mm-hmm.
When he's Batman, he's talking about Gotham. The only thing that man cares about, Gotham. The only thing Tony Stark cares about is Tony Stark.
Pepper.
It's Tony Stark. Don't believe the movies.
I was messing around with Chat GPT yesterday.
You and that thing.
Yeah, I know, it's fantastic. And I typed in, who is the greatest person to play Batman?
Oh,
This is subjective and depends on personal preference, but some of the most popular actors to have portrayed Batman include Christian Bale, Michael Keaton, and Ben Affleck.
they totally missed Adam West.
Can't forget the original.
Yeah, Adam West would be my number 1
Really?
live action Batman.
Yeah. I'll never forget because we watched Big Bang Theory. And when he was on, he goes, "Oh, they all have those muscle suits. What was under that? 100%. Just no.
Yep. No muscle suits.
No muscle suits.
Is
He did have shark repellent.
it Arkham City or Arkham Knight? It's Arkham Knight. Pretty sure it's Arkham Knight. Has racetracks. One is the 66 racetrack, where you get to see how they used to film them walking up the side of the buildings, which was what they would just make a building sideways
Yeah.
and film it. Regulars.
You know what my favorite Batman game is? The ones you can play at like an amusement park or at like a Walmart, where you're actually driving the Batmobile. You remember those?
Batman.
You want to help me?
I don't know how you would get it into the bar.
You have to take it apart piece by piece.
Rebuild the thing.
Yeah, or we put a Bilco door in and bring it down.
Also an option.
I'm gonna let you take over now.
Batman.
I am giving you control of
Oh,
one
gee.
episode.
Batman Forever was your first one. Did you watch any of the animated series growing up?
Growing up, Saturday morning cartoons. Me and my brother would just sit in our boxers in the living room eating cereal.
That's an image I didn't need, but thank you.
I was skinny back then.
Did you watch Batman 66?
Not that I remember.
Ever?
I don't remember.
You've seen...
But you have to realize, my brain, I have a lot of knowledge. So sometimes when you delete something on your phone and it stays there for 30 days, after a while, those things start to deplete.
No, Batman doesn't deplete.
Maybe not for you.
There's things in my head. Those stay in my head. Batman on film, Batman in video games.
Batman being a Spider-Man villain.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Who plays Vulture? Crossed over.
I made people mad by saying they had to grab Batman to make that movie productive. Tom Holland's a terrible Spider-Man.
He's better than Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield got shitty writing. Tom Holland can't act.
Nope.
I've watched him recently.
Sorry.
Andrew Garfield's ones are better. Gwen Stacy's a more likable character in the J.
You shut your mouth. There's only one MJ. And it's Kristen Dunst.
I was going to say, don't say something.
So I think when I think of MJ.
Anyway, back to Batman. Batman started in 39.
Mm-hmm. Issue 27.
Right. It was one of the only comics that made it through the Comic Code Authority. There used to be a thing on every comic that said the Comic Code Authority. They made superhero comics hard to write. It's illegal. It was like the old parental advisory sticker.
You mean the thing I have to put on the beginning of all our episodes now?
I say F words a lot.
We've been good today.
You're welcome.
You don't have to go through and manually take all those out now for YouTube. Don't even.
You can throw bat symbols over my mouth.
Not.
It actually made it through.
Yep.
A lot of comics didn't, which is why you had the death of Captain America. Captain America didn't come back until 62.
That was one of my favorite. I had that graphic novel, The New Death of Captain
Yeah. But that's why, like, a lot of those original comics, when Marvel was still called National Comics, died.
Well, good things must come to an end sometimes. It's okay. They just throw money at the
They
reboot.
made monster stuff really hard. They did romance novels. That's what they did back in the day through comics. Batman did make it through, though. Golden Age Batman is wild. It starts off with him using a gun.
He never used. He was it.
Not initially. It was later on. He's killed. There's,
I think less than 10 confirmed deaths.
I mean, when you throw somebody off of a 25-story building, they are dead.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
I know how science works. He made it to 56. Towards the end, it was getting really bad.
Bad writing.
Sales were bad.
Performance all around.
Comics were having a rough go in the 50s. Comic Code Authority was like the FCC on Nickelodeon in the late 90s. Yeah, where they started to go into live action stuff because they couldn't get away with the stuff they were getting away with before. That kind of thing.
Batman Beyond.
That would have been Prime. It came out in 99. Yeah, Terry McGinnis.
Yep.
Terry McGinnis.
Oh.
His name was Terry McGinnis.
We'll get us in the
That would have been primed for you. That's 7 years old.
Yeah. My formidable years.
Yeah.
Don't you dare.
The same reason Batman the Animated Series was my thing, because I was 6. It ended in 97, so I was 4 to 9 years old.
Okay.
It was with me for a long time. I did play the Sega games. I did play the Super NES games.
I played them. I just don't have any record.
Batman and Robin Adventures. I gotta remember. That one was super good. So the fun fact with all those games back in the day, unlike now where they just make the same game and just slap it on 2 different consoles,
Yep.
the ones that were on Genesis were different than the ones on Super NES on a lot of the games. Yeah, The Adventures of Batman and Robin even goes for $180.
My brother has a copy.
Such a good game. The which one though? The SNES or the Genesis one?
He has both. He even has that. That's when I see most recently at his collection.
Does he have the NES copy? That's good times.
Yep. I wonder if these are available in the 5. I don't want to play Batman games. Telltale, I don't consider that a Batman game because that's just a choose your own adventure game.
Let's go back to our comics. We're going to start with the media stuff. Obviously, like I said, Golden Age, people say it ends about 56, whatever. Then you start Silver Age. Batman is wacky. Wacky. Absolutely off the wall, bonkers, great stuff. But like what people think of Batman, think of Batman.
That dark graphic.
Yeah, like all that was not Batman. So the Batman that we got in '66 when they did the '66 show where it said "pow," all that wham,
All onomatopoeias with the original comic book font.
that was accurate to comic books at the time. That was the Silver Age books were wacky, super cool, super wacky.
That's one of my favorite Batmobiles.
That's the best Batmobile. I have 7 different forms of that in models and Lego. It is my favorite Batmobile. Not even close. Is it the worst Batmobile? It probably is. It doesn't offer any protection. It is awesome.
You heard that too, right?
No.
Oh, I thought I heard like a doorknob open.
So, towards the end of the Silver Age run, when we start, the Bronze Age starts, and it depends on who you ask. It starts in either 70s, all that wacky stuff comes like where I like Batman. This is the Denny O'Neil, Neil Adams stuff. And that is when Batman gets really good. That's what eventually leads you down to the 80s stuff, which is where people know Batman from. That's where you're eventually going to get to the Dark Knight Rises. That all starts with the Denny O'Neil stuff.
What were you gonna say?
I'm going to pull up some Silver Age Batman ridiculousness.
Are they making a new Batman Arkham game?
In my dreams.
Are they making one called Arkham Knight?
Arkham Knight is out.
Is it? Because this first look, a new Batman Arkham game, May 1st, 2004. 24. Math, English, reading. How to play Batman Arkham games in chronological order.
That's
Why
a
are there
whole.
so many?
Oh, because there's like Blackgate and stuff. There was like side scrollers.
There's like Underworld one,
There was stuff you had to find.
Arkham Underworld, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City Lockdown. What the fuck? I don't remember. Arkham City, Arkham VR.
So like, this is old school Silver Age stuff. Batmite. He's an interdimensional Batman fan. He just pops up magic.
It's like one of those knockoff Funko Pop Batmans. What are they called? Weebles or Wobbles? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's what Batmite was decades ago.
All right.
So you went from Batman with little ears. If you remember, original Batman has very tall, pointy ears.
This Batman, who has no ears apparently.
Then you go to the Neil Adams, Denny O'Neil Batman, and he has the tall ears come back, and you get the blue, the gray.
That's one of my favorite Batman colorways. When he's in gray and blue.
Yeah, it should be consistent that he should be in blue and gray. I do understand the whole black thing.
Yeah.
The Bronze Age brings you that. Then that gets you to 89. 86 is the end of it, and you're in the modern age. Really hit and miss with Batman comics. But that's when the movies take off. Batman 89 was a phenomenon. Took over the whole country. Was insane.
Do you know what I almost bought off of Facebook Marketplace the other day?
Cocaine.
No.
Well, you asked.
Why is that your first option?
My second option was.
Somebody was selling all 4 McDonald's collector mugs for $25.
About what they go for.
But I was like, I want to spend $25.
Those mugs are sick, though.
I know.
Not as cool as the Lord of the Rings ones, but they are sick.
They're better than the new McDonald's collector cups.
Those new collector's cups are
They
terrible.
look hideous.
McDonald's, by the way, that I've been to that says that they're supposed to have them, don't have them. So I don't know what McDonald's has them.
It's a marketing ploy. That's all you need to know.
It would be a marketing ploy if they had
Oh,
them.
yeah. Where are we going next?
We're at Batman 89, which is the phenomenon. It takes over the whole country. Even grandmas know who Batman is at this point.
If you think about Batman 89, look at that cast.
Yeah. Don't forget that Prince is in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
There is a parade with Prince in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good movie.
I was trying to pull up everybody. I was trying to remember the whole entire cast. Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson, Kim Basinger, Prince, as you said.
Now, you have to remember, now going into it, there was a bunch of Batman fans that were really afraid.
Yeah.
Because before this, the only thing Michael Keaton was known for was doing comedy films. Like Beetlejuice.
Is that coming out this year?
Yeah.
He has such a good spectrum.
He didn't know that initially. Yeah. Like, when he got cast to be Batman, everyone was really salty. Then he ended up being great.
Oh, Billy D. Williams was Harvey Dent.
So then you go from that to Batman Returns.
Yep.
Which was phenomenal.
Danny DeVito as the Joker, or as the Penguin.
Mm-hmm. Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. You right over there?
Mm-hmm.
Do you need a moment?
No, I'm good.
There's 2 bathrooms upstairs if you needed to take care of yourself.
No, I'm good. I'm fine.
You're turning bright red, so are you sure?
I'm fine. I'm hot.
Yeah? Somebody went to sleep watching a lot of Catwoman. That's all I have to tell you. How red your ears got.
That was back when she was attractive.
Then you have Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Jim Carrey.
You know what one of my favorite lines in that movie is where they're like, "Holy rusted metal, Batman."
That was the Joker. Or the Riddler. Sorry, the Riddler. Yeah. But seriously, that has one of the best casts. No, that's Batman Returns. I need Batman Forever.
Returns did not get claim
No, Returns was
as which leads me to a movie that came out between Batman Returns and Batman Forever was Mask of the Phantasm.
No, I did not know that.
Which is the animated movie that basically kicks off Batman the Animated Series.
The bad thing about Batman Forever is who actually played Batman in that.
Yeah.
But here's the top 6 people when you type in the Batman Forever cast. Val Kilmer as Batman. Jim Carrey as the Riddler. Tommy Lee Jones as Harvey Dent, a.k.a. Two-Face. Nicole Kidman as Dr. Chase. Chris O'Donnell as Robin. And Drew Barrymore as Sugar. And if you scroll down a little bit farther, Jon Favreau played an assistant.
But it was... Val Kilmer was not the worst Batman. We still didn't get to George Clooney yet.
The nipples.
Then we get to Batman and Robin.
Again, Chris O'Donnell played Robin. So Batman Forever came out in 95. Mm-hmm. So Chris O'Donnell was what? Mid-20s maybe?
Something like that.
Yeah. He's still in NCIS Los Angeles. And he looks like he has not aged.
He's 54 years old.
Did you look it up? But still.
I mean, he looks like he aged. He's got a little bit of that age face. But not a lot. You're right. He looks still pretty young.
Do him and Paul Rudd go to the same doctor? All right. Now we're to the George Clooney Batman.
George Clooney Batman.
Who played Batgirl in that movie?
Oh, Silverstone. Alicia.
That Batgirl gets me going sometimes.
I bet you it does. No, that's a person who did age. She doesn't look anything.
She got hit by a truck.
She
Dude.
did not get hit by a truck. She's not that bad. Bro. That's just not even nice.
I didn't say it had to be nice.
You definitely can tell she's a 40-year-old lady.
Uma Thurman was in that too.
Yeah.
And Schwarzenegger.
Which means she was like...
I forget A. Fox was in that movie.
She was 18.
Who are we talking about? Alicia?
Alicia. She was 18 when they were filming that movie.
Yeah. So after Batman and Robin, it took a hiatus for a couple years, didn't it?
So Batman and Robin killed it. They said that's the movie that killed...
Sounds about right.
No. They were literally calling that the movie that killed comic book franchises. They said that there could never be another comic book movie. It was a fad. You'll never catch fire in a pan again. And then...
That's funny, because you know what came out later that year, or the following year?
What?
Blade.
That's it. Look at the money in the box office.
The first Blade did
Look
well.
at the money in the box office. It didn't do...
The first Blade did 131.2 million.
It didn't do well.
Because it has the name Batman attached to it.
Saying...
That's the only reason.
No, the one that made that, like, kick-started it was X-Men.
I've never watched any of them, and nor will I ever.
You've never watched the original X-Men movies?
Nope.
What?
I'm not an X-Men fan.
What do you mean?
I am not. Did I stutter? Do I have to say it again? I am not an X-Men fan.
That's wild.
Just take it. Nope, just take it. Don't even try and argue.
I'm not trying to argue. I'm just...
You're dumbfounded right now.
I am definitely that.
Sorry. I like good movies.
I know your movies. You can't even use that argument.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The Killing Joke. Fantastic movie.
Batman. Going back to a Batman animated movie
Yep.
off of a comic book from the 80s.
Yep. Batman meets TMNT. Great movie.
Based off of a comic book.
The Longest Halloween. Great two movies.
The Long Halloween.
Long Halloween. 2 movies, right?
That was 2 movies.
Great 2 movies. There's only a couple movies I kept from when we got rid of all of our movies. Was all my Batmans and my 3 Captain America movies.
All right. So, after it was a while, then you have Begins.
Fantastic.
Which was...
2005. Yep.
Yeah.
2005 was Begins. Dark Knight was 2008 or 9. And then Dark Knight Rises was 10 or 11.
Dark Knight was 2008, and Rises was 12.
Was 12?
Yeah.
And the only other Batman movie I've seen besides then was The Killing Joke, because they released that in theaters, which I saw that with my brother in theaters. And also, I watched the Lego Batman movie.
Did you see that in theaters?
Yeah.
Great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it was that. Then there was the Lego Batman.
Yep.
Then BVS came out, which you said you never saw.
Nope. You know why? 'Cause who played Batman?
Affleck.
Yeah.
He's the biggest Batman fan on Earth.
Doesn't know. He is not the biggest Batman fan on earth.
He's like one of the...
Kevin Smith could not fit into the suit.
Dude,
Nope.
Kevin Smith and him are like best friends. You realize Kevin Smith bought his house. No,
I know.
the reason that he did Daredevil was because they were so afraid of doing a Batman movie. And he wanted to do one of his 2 favorites.
I can't.
Then he finally got to do
I
one
know.
of his favorites.
I understand. He was a huge fan.
Like, insanely
I
big.
just don't think he was a good Bruce Wayne. I don't think he was a good Batman.
You didn't watch it, so you don't know. He wasn't a really bad Batman. That movie has other issues besides Batman.
Yeah.
It's just written poorly.
Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder is the start of it.
How many movies has he had controversy around with his name being attached to it?
Zack Snyder?
Yeah. Is he the one that did Suicide Squad? Is that James Cameron?
No. That was Fast and Furious director James Wan. Zack Snyder is Sucker Punch Girls, which had nothing but issues. Rebel Moon, nothing but issues.
He also did,
Watchmen.
Did he do Thor Ragnarok?
No, that was
Taika
Taco
Waititi.
with TT. And his Dawn of the Dead people loved, which is really it is good. He did 300.
Oh, David Ayer was who did Suicide Squad. All right, go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, so I don't know. Zack Snyder's his own issue, mostly because he doesn't realize that colors exist.
Watchmen, great. 300, great. Sucker Punch. Wait, Sucker. That was a good movie. I like that.
There you go. That was him.
I haven't seen The Flash. Never seen Aquaman or Wonder Woman.
You never seen Aquaman?
Nope.
Aquaman's so good.
Never seen Suicide Squad.
You seen Wonder Woman?
Nope. Never seen Wonder Woman 84 either.
You don't need to watch 84. Don't worry about that. That has your boy Pedro in it.
Hey, you leave Pedro out of this conversation.
Wonder Woman
Nope.
is by far top 5 comic book movies.
No.
Top 5.
No.
You haven't even watched it. You don't know.
Doesn't matter. You have your opinion. I have my opinion. No. I told you, DC does not make good movies.
That's not true. Wonder Woman was a fantastic movie.
Nope. Sorry. Not a fan.
Oh my god.
This is gonna be your last episode because I'm just pissing you off.
No, that's just hilarious. I don't get it. And then you never watched The Batman, which is by far the best Batman movie that's come out in 20 years.
Okay, I was gonna in 20 years.
20 years.
No,
20 years.
Dark Knight.
Not
Hands
even
down.
close.
How the fuck do you not have the Dark Knight?
Not even close.
You're delusional.
No, I watched The Batman.
Did you inhale some shark repellent before you?
No, I watched The Batman. And I'm telling you, you want to talk about one, it made sense. The Riddler is one of the scariest, the absolute scariest Batman villains by far. And he made him as scary as you can make him.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
I'm trying to figure out a place where I can go see it because they're re-releasing it for the 10 minutes of the Penguin in theaters on August 28th, and I'm trying to find a spot that's close enough that my wife will let me drive to it.
Don't ask me to come with you.
It's fine. I don't need anybody to go with me. I've drove down to watch Rogue One by myself. It doesn't bother me.
Nope.
That movie is fantastic.
Nope.
Next, you're going to tell me you didn't watch The Joker,
I didn't.
which is also fantastic.
Nope.
Has no Batman in it. It's still fantastic. It's a great piece of media on what goes wrong with people's brains.
Dark Knight. That is one. I will put that in my top 3 favorite superhero movies.
Okay.
My top favorite superhero movie is
Captain America, the First Avenger,
No.
and Civil War.
no. Winter Soldier is my favorite superhero movie of all time.
Okay.
And then I'll go with The Dark Knight.
That's number 2.
Yep. And then Endgame. It's 3. Just because I can finally watch Iron Man die. That's a little bit morbid.
I've never watched that movie a second time. I've watched it once.
I saw it twice in theaters in one day.
It's a rough watch. That movie's really bad. Endgame was terrible.
So was Suicide Squad. But
It was. That's why I only saw it one time. I've never even rewatched it. And the only reason I watched the James Gunn Suicide Squad was because it came out during COVID.
oh yeah, that's the only thing to watch.
No, what they did was when they did it through COVID, they released it right to HBO Max. Or DC Unlimited, whatever it was at that time. So I watched it on that. We hooked up the projector and watched it outside.
Nope. I will take The Dark Knight as probably the best DC movie ever.
Apparently, that's a wild take, but
Let us know in the comments, what are your top 3 superhero movies from all of Marvel and DC?
Man, that's wild.
You can't argue with the cast of The Dark Knight.
I don't care about the cast. I care about the movie, and it's an okay.
They made the movie.
The movie's okay.
Nope. What else you have to go?
It's not even 1, 2, 3. It's like 4th on my Batman list, let alone comic book movies. Yeah, that's true.
And it's
Well,
okay,
then I got.
It's okay to be wrong then.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
No, I am not. Don't make me use this Batman against you.
Then you have all of the things. So you have Batman the Animated Series, which then rode into Batman Adventures, which then went into Batman Beyond, which is the one you watched.
Fantastic.
Then in the middle there's a little bit there in the mid 2000s where they had The Batman, which I'm assuming you've never watched. And then after The Batman, you had Beware the Batman, which was only like 10 episodes, and it's fantastic. It got canceled.
Dude, you buy this?
No.
Oh, real quick. Hang on. Keep talking because I'm going to pull something up. I'm going to post these on our social medias like I forgot to do last week. I apologize for that.
Then also in between The Batman and Batman Beware the Batman was Batman Brave and the Bold, which was literally like a love letter to the Silver Age stuff, and I love it. It's absolutely amazing.
If these are still available, I'm going to buy these for your Christmas present.
Oh, yeah? The Batman.
Look at the back of them.
Yeah.
Inspired by the original Batmobile. It even has the wings on the back.
Yeah. I love that.
I showed them to my wife today. You'll be the coolest kid in the playground. I go, I hope next time when I become rich and famous that you still support me like this. She's like, what's that supposed to mean?
And then
They're $70 a pair.
Yeah, it's because they're Crocs.
And they're Batman.
Then the last but not least, the one that just came out 2 weeks ago, the Caped Crusader.
If you don't fucking shut up about that.
That is so good. Dude, Bruce Timm, J.J. Abrams, Matt Reeves, Ed Brubaker. That's just the guys that are producing the show.
Would you be okay with those ones instead?
Yeah.
If I buy them, will you wear them?
Sure. Those are the guys producing the show. That's not even talking about the writers on the show or the actors. It is so good. And I won't even get into all the different...
These things look so amazing.
Even get into all the different like Batman podcasts that they put out over the years. There you go.
Tell me that's not dope.
But
I wear the shit out of them.
man,
What the hell is that noise?
every time that turns on, that is the...
Is that the dehumidifier?
No, that's...
Oh, it's the mini fridge.
Every time it kicks on, you're like, what is that noise? And I'm like, it's the mini fridge. It's like it never turns on when I'm not here.
All right.
I hang out by myself upstairs. You go in that
I'm
room.
over in the bar. I don't hear it in the bar, though.
Fair enough.
Stadium pulse is too loud.
I don't
All
even listen to the game.
Are you ready?
Spotify is...
Spotify?
Dude, I Spotify. Very few games don't get Spotify over top of them.
Okay. Are you ready to play Who Would You Rather?
Sure.
Okay. Let me pull my list up here. What's your favorite crossover series with Batman?
What do you mean?
Crossover series.
Obviously, the Ninja Turtles.
It's like your two favorite things at once.
Yeah. It made me really happy. I'm waiting to find the omnibus at like half price, which I'll find at a con someday.
I am still looking for the complete.
It's really weird though, because the dude that wrote that series on his Batman run, I cannot stand his individual Batman run, but his Batman Turtle crossover is great.
So hang on. All right. Your ultimate guide to all the big screen Batman actors in order.
They have the old ones from the 30s?
No. So Adam West, the kid ship Batman. Michael Keaton, the comeback Batman. Val Kilmer, the rebound Batman. George Clooney, the wisecracking Batman. Christian Bale, the gritty Batman. Or Ben Affleck, the world-weary Batman.
They totally skipped Robert Pattinson.
Well, it says more items. I just didn't click it. I didn't want to read his name.
If we're going by
Just by those right there.
always going to go back to Adam West.
You're going to go West? I'm giving it to Keaton.
I've always had a thing for Adam West's Batman. He even comes back as the Gray Ghost in Batman the Animated Series, doing voiceover with Kevin Conroy playing Batman. If I'm going with live action, I want to hear Adam West's voice.
Who is your favorite person who ever played Robin in live action?
Who are they saying played Robin? Because there's only two.
Yeah, Chris O'Donnell's one of them.
and Burt Ward.
Yep.
So it's Burt Ward.
They're saying Joseph Gordon-Levitt played Robin.
So technically, there's a rumor out there that he was Robin. That was that whole thing that they set up at the end of Dark Knight Rises.
That's when he drew it on the piece of chalk, right?
Yeah.
He drew the batarang, basically.
Yeah. That was the whole. There was a whole thing there. They were going to do a spin-off where he became Batman.
I would have loved that. But Burt Ward's the original Robin. That's the only Robin.
Yeah. So
because Chris O'Donnell, great actor, but he had shitty Batman.
Yeah.
He had Kilmer and Clooney.
But it's also he has terrible lines.
Oh yeah, yeah, and he was obviously in Batman and Robin. Did tell his backstory where he was an acrobat, or his parents were acrobats in the circus. Yeah, that's his backstory.
He was one of them, the Flying Graysons.
Yep. Who's your favorite person who ever played Batgirl? All 11 actresses that played Batgirl ranked worst to best. Well, this might be a good one. As long as it doesn't screw me over here. Honorable mention, Leslie Grace.
Yeah, because her
Batman 60s. She was in Batman TV show, right? But no, she was a Batgirl movie. She had
that was the Batgirl movie that got canceled.
Alicia Silverstone is the worst Batgirl.
That's correct.
Diane Mayer. Birds of Prey. Never watched it.
Birds of Prey.
Rosario Dawson. The Lego Batman movie. We love Rosario Dawson for other reasons. Clerks 2 comes to mind.
It might be the Birds of Prey.
Is your favorite?
Yeah. It was a CW show way back in the day when it was called the WB.
Brianna Kuko appeared in Harley Quinn. Looks like an animated series.
Yep.
Allison Stoner, the Young Justice, Lego DC Comics superheroes, Aquaman, another Stockhard Channing, Batman Beyond, Batman Return of the Joker, animated series.
Mm-hmm.
Savannah Welch in Titans. Was that a TV show? That has to be a TV show.
Yep, that's a TV show.
Warner Media. Danielle Judovitz in The Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Another animated show, I presume.
Yep.
Melissa Gilbert's Mary Kay Bergman in Batman the Animated Series. And Bergman played in Batman and Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero.
Yep.
Which I remember watching that.
Which is the Batman animated series movie.
Yeah.
Where Mr. Freeze comes back when they thought he was done and has this ship and polar bears. And
Tara Strong. Yeah, the new Batman Adventures, Batman Mysteries, Batwoman, Batman Returns.
Yeah.
She was in The Killing Joke. And then Yvonne Craig from Batman 1966.
Yeah, but I'm going to go with the one from Birds of Prey.
So you're going to go with their second least popular Batgirl.
Yeah, I don't care about that. They have a whole theory for why she's not in a wheelchair anymore. She has a whole like electronic thing put in her back so she can stand up.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that backstory. Where she was...
The Killing Joke where she got...
Yeah.
We'll just go with maimed. We won't use the other word.
Yeah. Maimed. Shot.
No, the other word.
Oh. Yeah. Because her backstory was she was...
Jim Gordon's daughter.
Was Batman's person in the chair, basically.
At that point, it wasn't even quite there yet. She was still She was learning to be Batgirl.
Yeah.
And then Joker shows up, and we'll go with that.
Yep. Yeah, it's graphic.
That's a word for it.
That's the only word to describe it. Unspeakable.
Yeah.
So, who's your favorite person that ever play Jim Gordon?
Live action? Is it? Are we going back to live action or just in general?
No, we're just playing live action. A lot of people play Jim Gordon.
Yeah, if we go with all the animated series.
There's one I can think of off the top of my head.
Who's yours?
You're going to hate me when I say it.
Why?
Gary Oldman. Or J.K. Simmons.
So I'm going with J.K. Simmons. He was buff.
Oh, yeah. Ben McKenzie in Gotham. But
Gary Oldman wasn't bad, though.
he was really good.
It was one of the best parts of that movie. Not that I hate them, but he was like a redeeming factor for me. So who's next?
Who was your favorite Batman villain?
TV screen or movie screen or what? Comic book? What are we going with here? You seem to only know the movies, so if you want to go by the movies.
I know the original Joker from the 1960s.
Yeah, from the 66 series.
That was that
Caesar.
Yeah, Caesar's my favorite Joker. Just like the way his face painting was done.
Still had to leave the mustache on.
Yeah, he left the mustache on.
They had to because he was still doing his like romance movies on the side, so he had to have the mustache. This is calling card. Ladies love a mustache. Go to a mustache, Quinn.
I have a mustache.
Go to a mustache.
Just straight mustache.
Just a stash. Just a stash.
Can't do it.
Just a stash.
Oh, here's another. Okay, so who's your? I'm gonna go with Cesar Romero.
That's your favorite
Yeah.
over Jack Nicholson?
Yeah.
Nicholson.
What was it called for?
Yeah, I do that a lot.
It is Sunday.
I do it a lot.
I'll throw in Uma Thurman there too.
Live action.
Even Tom Hardy was great. He was only in one movie.
That was the worst Bane.
No, the worst Bane is the one from Batman and Robin.
I was born in the darkness and you merely adopted it. No, I'm pretty sure this is the worst Batman. I'm gonna go with Michelle Pfeiffer. It's Catwoman.
No,
She's a villain.
what about Halle Berry?
And I'm going to have...
You're gonna slap me, aren't you?
I'm going to have a very close runner-up of this kid who plays the Riddler in the Batman, because it is terrifying. The way they wrote the Riddler is absolutely terrifying.
Can we just talk about the amount of sex appeal that has played Batgirl, by the way?
Sure. You could do that with Harley Quinn too, bud.
Obviously, the greatest Catwoman ever, though, was Julie Newmar.
I'm a big Eartha Kitt.
Lee Merriweather.
Also a big fan of Lee Merriweather.
Eartha Kitt's not bad. Michelle Pfeiffer, though.
Michelle Pfeiffer is my... I was at a very formidable age when she was on screen. That's all I have to say.
I'm not a fan of the Halle Berry costume, though. You know what I mean? Not a fan of the Halle Berry costume. Anne Hathaway in The Dark Knight Rises.
No.
Good body, horrible actress. I've never even watched an episode of Gotham. Zoe Kravitz plays her?
Yeah, in the Batman.
Damn it.
Watch the movie. It's really good. I'm not lying. But you will want to cancel all of your subscriptions to the internet.
Why?
That there's a group on the internet that go by anonymous.
Yeah.
So what if I told you, let's just say there was a guy that was running it and he was just straight evil. He didn't want to just make people feel bad. He wanted to scare everyone. That is the premise of the Riddler.
Oh, nice.
He literally at one point puts a whole building into a hostage situation, which is a sports complex. The whole building, 20,000 people, and every single one of them is a hostage.
They just made a movie about that called Trap.
Yeah, they did this a couple years ago called The Batman.
Yeah.
And it's way more because he's not there. It's even worse because he's not in the building. He was doing the anonymous thing of going to the dark web, posting, this is what you guys need to do. This is when you need to do it. This is what you all need to dress up as. So they all come in the same pants, the same jacket, the same face mask, the same gun, the same rounds, same everything. They are like...
So they copied it from The Dark Knight when all of the people that were hostages were the villains.
There was only like 10 of them.
30 of them.
Yeah. No, we're talking like... we're talking a whole army taking it over. They walked over the whole catwalk, completely controlled. The cops don't have control. I think they do. They are a hostage. Everything in the building is the hostage at this point.
If I get bored one night, maybe I'll watch
The
it.
Batman.
I want to watch it because of who plays Batman.
He is one of the best Batmans.
No.
I promise you.
No.
We had this conversation, me and my buddy and
I'm never going to
our friend of ours last weekend, and he was like, maybe I need to actually watch it. He's like, I'm never watching it. It's Robert Pattinson. I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
And I'm like,
there.
dude.
You said the name.
Give it a go. It's freaking phenomenal.
Can we shout out the one person that made a very brief cameo in The Dark Knight?
Sure.
Cillian Murphy.
Not brief.
It was. He was in there for a scene.
Because he was in Begins.
I know, but still.
He was in The Dark Knight briefly because he was in Begins for a lot of it.
I know. Cillian Murphy, master of all trades.
Master of something.
Peaky fucking blinders.
I like him.
What is your favorite Batman weapon? You can't use a Batmobile either.
Oh, it's weapon?
Yeah.
What does
gadget.
what he puts down people with?
Or
Batarangs.
Batarangs. I had a chance. I forget where I was. I could have bought a Batarang.
Batarangs?
A 3-pound Batarang.
Yeah, Batarangs are heavy.
And it was pointy.
They're heavy.
There's a reason I didn't buy it. You know why?
We would be having holes in the wall.
We'd be patching holes. What's happening upstairs? But it sounds
Yeah,
like
I don't
somebody's,
know. There's been like
somebody's coming through the ceiling.
Somebody's been running upstairs. Either your wife decided she is now going to be an Olympic sprinter, or the baby got up and it's just causing havoc.
Or it's the 4-legged dumbass upstairs.
I don't think he can make that much noise.
You'd be surprised.
Man, because that sounds.
Dude, he ran headfirst into a door the other day and shook it off and then kept running. I looked at him, I'm like, that was impressive, actually.
That's a cat.
Oh. You good?
Did this door get there?
Door wasn't here before.
Never seen that door before in my life.
I'm going to go with yours is the Batarangs.
You gonna cheat with your utility belt?
It's just the whole utility belt. Everything. I'm going to go with the grappling hook.
I mean, very important. Traverses the city with it. Yeah.
Okay, we already discussed that the Batman is the best Batmobile. Or no, 66. Sorry.
66 is the best looking Batmobile.
Yeah.
Batman 89 might be the best functional.
Yeah, I think they went the Tumbler.
Tumbler's a whole nother monster.
Just look at it.
The Tumbler is an option.
It's not even a Tumbler. That's not the Batwing, is it? Is that like a modified Batwing?
Oh, yeah, it's the Batwing.
But the Tumbler, though? Yeah, I don't know. I saw it at Walmart and I bought it. It looked nice.
They call it the Bat. But, yeah, it's the modified. It's a Batwing.
They have a list of it back there on the back.
Yeah, that's how I figured out that they called it the Bat. Because I knew where the Muscle Bound was, the Charger,
Yeah.
the Merc.
But the Tumbler is not a bad... I don't think it's a bad Batmobile, but it's more of like a military surplus vehicle.
It is SWAT.
Yeah, it's basically a Bearcat. Although it does have the motorcycle you can get out of.
Yeah, there's
That's pretty cool.
Batcycle, yeah.
Batcycle.
Understand the thing of it. For actual looks and functionality, it's Batman 89. For just straight coolness factor,
66.
it's 60.
Most destruction?
Probably the Tumbler.
Oh, that was going to be a hands down thing.
Probably the
The
Tumbler.
best for destruction?
The worst Batmobile, going back to the Batman, that's that Charger. That literally is a Charger that he just up and put like a little rocket propeller on the back. It is literally like, how can I home make a Batmobile? It is the most homemade looking Batmobile.
It's a DIY Batmobile.
Dude, it is bad looking. It's a bad looking Batmobile. But I get it. Like it's supposed to be like a year one-ish Batman. Like he hasn't established his whole like rapport yet.
His persona.
Yeah, because in that movie, if you'd ever get to watching it, he literally travels around with a backpack. He keeps a bat suit in a backpack, so he can just like get changed wherever. So Alfred's not dropping him off. He hasn't figured out the whole
Logistics.
Yeah.
He hasn't figured out the logistics part of it yet. I forget. What Batman is it where you see the Batcave an awful lot? Not Batman and Robin, because I know you see the cave down there every once in a while. But there's actually scenes where he's driving in and out of it through the waterfall.
Oh.
Is it Forever? Again, another reason why Batman Forever. Great movie.
Batman Forever is not a terrible movie.
Yes.
It needed edited.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think that's enough Batman talk for today.
Sure. What are we at? An hour and a half of Batman?
Probably. Something like that. Because I know about an hour.
I don't know. There hasn't been a lot of gaps in our talk,
I
and
know.
we haven't said our ums a lot.
I know. I'll still edit it.
You might have to take out a couple kiss words. Fucking bastard.
Twice. 3.
Got him.
It's been a while since you made me do this.
I'm here for it. No, I've been usually the one stopping you from doing that because...
Yeah, you just reach over and just go behind the chair, and Tanner's sitting here. He goes, "Why are you two touching each other?" Shut up, Tanner.
Yeah, I'm usually the one patting you down.
I'm going to clip that and put that at the front of the episode.
Fucking A.
Thanks for partaking in this trip to Gotham City with me, which, by the way, might be my favorite fictional city.
Yeah, it's
Because it's basically just Chicago and Pittsburgh lumped into one city.
actually supposed to be like Chicago and New York.
And Pittsburgh.
Because
No. Is it
It's
really?
usually the Gotham Knights.
No, what?
I don't remember what. But
Hang on. Keep talking.
In the animated series, they're called the Gotham Knights, which is funnier because it's the Dark Knights.
Oh, the Gotham Rogues.
Fair enough.
In the comics, such as the Goliaths, Knights, and Wildcats.
Yeah, they usually show up as the Gotham Knights a lot. And if it's not the football team, it's the baseball team. The football team is called the Gotham Knights. They just use that. Central City has their own. Every single one of them has their own that's like always attached to whatever it is. And it's the same name, but it can be like 40 different sports.
You ready for this?
Having the Steelers be like the Steelers football team, CC. The Steelers baseball team, CC. The Steelers hockey team.
You know what Pittsburgh Steelers were actually in The Dark Knight Rises?
I know Hines Ward.
Obviously, because he ran a touchdown back.
We talked about.
Yes. Was Roethlisberger, Hines Ward, Willie Colon.
Yep.
Marquise Pouncey, Mike Wallace, Heath Miller, Aaron Smith, Ryan Clark, Paul Malu, and James Frayer.
So pretty much that whole team, that whole roster. Anybody that was like at least a solid name on that roster. Because that would have been filmed in 2011.
Bad thing is, I remember when they came out, Mountain...
After you guys won the Super Bowl?
Yeah. Remember when this came out, Mountain Dew was doing a thing where you could save up points to get, like, Dark Knight Rises memorabilia. 5 points away the day they cut off the thing to get my own Gotham Rogue jersey.
You should have bought...
I should have.
Should have just went out and bought like 7 Mountain Dews.
Yeah. And then they still had it where you could get the trading cards. That's actually one of the McFarlane figures you can get too. Tell me that's not bad. I know, that'd be great.
What are you doing?
I'm
Letting people down.
trying to close the show out.
Not letting people down. You don't have the McFarlane.
Because it's like $200.
What were you doing back in the day? It wasn't $200 then.
I'm just throwing shit apparently.
You want to close this out?
It's been a pleasure. Thank you for taking this trip to Gotham City with me.
We'll do this the same bad time, same bad channel.
It is not a bad channel. I can remove you from for being a co-host. I have that power.
Try.
I'll put it in the group chat right now. If
Sure, I'll come back. I'll haunt your ass.
that's terrifying. Be a terrifying ghost. It's really weird. All the beer's drank. Shane's in spirit. Get it? In spirit?
Yep.
It's a dad joke of the day.
What? Imagine me being a ghost in somebody's house. especially if they had beer. They would come back to just it'd be a Slimer. Like
No, you'd be from you just eat all the food and drink all beer. We have news in works. We will be
bring down.
no God.